Every month we do a marketing group call and take on a subject. I'm also open to suggestions, but we've covered things like your marketing calendar in the past, working on email marketing, the ins and outs and do's and don'ts, and so on and so forth. Today, what we're going to talk about is LinkedIn, and I'm sure you'll find it interesting and maybe get some insight of what you can do. But first, I want to just tell you a little bit about us. We've been around since 1994, so we've been around a long time, 24 years. And we've been involved with a lot of people in the way of, first off, automating their marketing, using CRM systems, doing email campaigns, landing pages, web forms, websites, and so forth. But it's all about what is the strategy, because those are all the pieces that you use, the tactics to get people to grow your bigger slice of business, as we like to call it. Okay. Here's our website, norcottbusinessgrowth.com, and you'll see some information up there. And also, we do offer people a done-for-you type marketing system called the Entrepreneur Success Center, where you'll learn a lot, and there are samples up there for you to use in helping to market your business. So if you're interested, let me know. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. But today, what we're going to talk about is how you grow your business with LinkedIn. What is LinkedIn? It's not just for job recruiting and searches like many people have thought, okay? It's not like Facebook, which is more business to consumer opportunities. You know, somebody that's like a chiropractor or a doctor or an accountant. They could be soliciting in their area as an accountant to get tax returns at this time of year, although I sometimes think accountants right now probably don't want any more than they've got. So, but anyways, that's kind of the idea of what you can do with that, and you can create groups and pages up there as well. We'll take on that subject in another time. It's an easy lead generation system that you can use here with LinkedIn. You can still do business to consumer, but it's a lot more business to business. The areas that we're going to look at today are profiles, your advertisement on LinkedIn, and it's free. Think of it that way. You're promoting yourself. It's going to have key information. Advanced searching. You can look up by a title, an industry, a location, and more. Establish yourself as an authority where you can be the leader in your profession to help in a targeted industry. So if you take on a particular industry you like to specialize in, you can join groups in there and start posting information up there and, you know, getting people interested. Okay, so I know you'll be disappointed, but today is not going to be a bunch of PowerPoints. We're going to get into LinkedIn. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go into my LinkedIn account. So the first thing, oops, wow, okay, let's try it again. There we go. All right. So when you first sign on to LinkedIn, there's some things going on here. First of all, up the top, you have your home page, which is what I'm looking at right now, which is my home page. My network, these are people who have expressed an interest, want to reach out to me, okay? So basically, you know, there's that area. If you are looking for a job, yes, there's a jobs area. Messaging. You can do some messaging here. This is a free account. There are paid accounts as well, okay? So keep that in mind. There's the Sales Navigator. If you need to, you know, if you want to, you can get into that and doing more things. Then your notification area. People who are trying to connect with you, they may have work anniversaries, so forth. One of the things you probably have heard a lot about is, and you may have seen people respond to you, is a work anniversary. It's good to talk to people and communicate. And this is one way of doing it. Maybe you haven't talked to them all year. You get a notification from LinkedIn that Joe Knockott's having a work anniversary. Type up a little something real quick and send it off. Also, you don't have to respond the day it happens. If you want to kind of coordinate that and do it at one time, maybe spend 15, 30 minutes on a bunch of anniversaries that popped up during the week, you can do that at that time. Just to give you an idea, setting up your times for this, because it can take away from your time if you're not careful. Of course, you have your own area for settings and privacy and so on and so forth, okay? And we're going to go back to this in a bit, but we have a work area. This is where there's learning as opposed to job, but the one we're going to talk about today is groups. Also, I don't know if you're aware, but they have a product now called ProFinder, where you can get on a list. So in my case, if somebody's interested in marketing in my area, they need help in landing pages, SEO, CRMs, et cetera, you can put yourself into this system and you'll get emails every so often when somebody on LinkedIn is looking for somebody in that position, okay? So let's go back to the home page. So, here is where we see a lot of postings from people, and you could post as well, and they'll be listed up here. But these are going to be posts, a lot of these besides advertised posts are going to be posts that your people are going to see that are connected with you. If somebody does searching, they can do that as well, and you can use keywords and so on. There's also a place in here where you can get on LinkedIn and, again, get yourself known by posting to, I'll call it, the simplest way for me to describe it is like a blog area, okay? So let's take a look at me. And not that I'm vain or something, but basically, I want to talk about how important a profile is. So I'm going to click on my profile. So if you take a look at it here, you notice at the top, I've put a banner up there. Biggest slice of business, no calories, just marketing ideas to grow your business in the background. I have a picture of myself. The picture, they've changed from being squared around. So one of the things you want to be careful about in your picture is if you have used a picture up here of yourself on a stage, pointing to something, doing something, an action type shot in a way, you may want to take a look at that picture and make sure it's more centered and it can, it's got the information you want. You may even want to, take that picture down and expand upon it, make it closer. So you might want to do that. So in here, when I'm on my information, this is basically my landing page here within LinkedIn, which you can see right up here, the linkedin.com in Joseph Knocott. So if I send that to somebody and they have a LinkedIn account, they'll come to that page, okay? Basically, this is what people are going to see, and it's important for you to think about it. Remember, what you see here is what a new lead will see. Look over the information. Get it the way you want to communicate to attract them to connect with you. Better yet, maybe then after they do that, they'll go to your site or they'll pick up the phone and give you a call. So there were changes last year to LinkedIn. And part of that was, if you take a look at this, you'll see my name underneath. But now I have an area where I can put in more information, about 12 to 15 words long. This is really your professional headline. Business marketing strategist, author, speaker, strategies, tactics and results that grow your biggest slice of business. Knockout Business Growth Advisors, Providence College, Greater Boston area, okay? It shows you I have over 500 people connected with me, okay? Now, down here, there's another little section which really expands, but what I want you to think about is that this area is really 2 lines that you can use to summarize what you do. You always have about 30 words here, I think. So here I've got working only with business owners who want to grow their business. We use proven marketing strategies as well as automation to produce results for increased lead generation, customer conversion, and upsell and retention to grow profits. ... The ... continues down under show more. But what I've got is a quick way for somebody to assess who I am, what I do, and they don't have to start reading through a whole bunch of stuff to find out, okay? So if I go down here and I click the Show More button, there are there's those sentences up above, and then I put in here, we team up with businesses in a variety of industries, provide a marketing strategy, creation and automation, multi-step lead generation, new customer conversion, and customer retention marketing campaigns. Also, you'll see there's something else in here. I am not creating paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of what I do. And in fact, you'll find some people up here have a wall of text. They've never broken it down into paragraphs. It's just one giant paragraph of stuff. You'd never want to do that because no one is ever going to read it, okay? But you'll see here, I've done something a little different than others, and I'm going to tell you why. I've got keywords description, okay? Now, you can label it something different. For today, I updated that just to show you this. You'll see I have business consultant, business advisor, certified marketing strategist, and on and on and on. I have specialties, okay? I've been involved with the Glacier Kennedy Insider Circle. I've had people, some on this call, that have been involved with a mastermind with me. I've done automated marketing for people, so I'm a certified marketing automation coach. I've represented products like ACT, Infusionsoft, Zoho. You'll notice, too, that I just don't put ACT software or Infusionsoft software or Zoho CRM software. I've broken it down. And that's because people could be looking for someone who is a Zoho CRM trainer. So they want to look, they might just type in the word Zoho CRM training, partner, whatever. And so I've tried to put some keywords in there to help cover that. But I've got one other little place I'd like to show you down here, and it's called Other. Common misspellings. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for you. Common misspellings here for search reasons. Joe Norcott, John Norcott, Lordcott, Northcott, Norcott with one T. In case you're wondering, the second most common misspelling is John Norcotti. Okay? Why did I put them there? You will be surprised how many times people misspell your name and they're searching for you in LinkedIn and they'll find you. Okay? So basically, you can put those in there and you kind of make it, why are they down there? So common misspellings here for search reasons is why I said it. Okay? I even put in here in case you're wondering. All right? Because they'll be looking at this going, why is this person putting this stuff down here? But there's a reason. Now, also, you can now add media to it. So here I have two items, a success story video that I did with another coach out in California, and on a client that I have in the weekly newspaper industry. And also here's one on Zoho CRM, how to use it for something called Save Searches. So basically, those are two videos that right away people can see. I can change them, add things. And basically, since this is your account, you can get in here and you can change this information. I could have even changed this first sentence to something more on the fact that working with business owners and entrepreneurs who are going to be on my Bigger Slice of Business monthly marketing call. And I could have put different things in there, but then changed it later, okay? So think about it when you're working with this. And by the way, remember, if at any time you have any questions, please feel free to add them in here because I'd like to cover them at the end. Okay, so we have some videos in here. Now, the other thing, you've got a dashboard, tells you who's viewed your profile, post viewed, searches, so forth. My recent activities, posting about this event, adding comments to other groups. And then I have here my experience, okay? Again, I've got keywords in here. I've got a phone number. I've got information in here. You do notice that my address just says J. Norcott, and I use the word at Norcott Business Growth. Didn't really want to put it there, make it easy for somebody to copy, especially spammers. So, and you'll see the rest of my background, okay? And so basically now this person will have a summary of what I do. And I want to talk about the editing here. So when you come into this page, you have the little editor. And when I come in here, I can edit this picture. So if I want to, I could take this picture and change its direction, whatever. And I did that on purpose because I wanted it to stand out, okay? I can change my picture of myself here, and I can reposition the picture and so forth, okay? Over here, further down, as I go into this, now this is where I have my name. Here is my headline, okay, which originally I told you is a professional headline. We have in here my current position. You can add, you can change it around. Then you have further information in here. Okay, what area do I want to be associated with? So this one says Greater Boston area. Braintree is my address, but I don't want to be located there because Braintree is part of the Greater Boston area. For any of you who are in New England, I'm going to tell you a little story about how LinkedIn does things. I guess they look at how many people are linked in different areas and populations and so forth. And if you know where Concord, New Hampshire is, it's about an hour and a half on a good day from Boston, north. If you were looking for people in the greater Concord area, you'd never find them. They don't exist. They only exist under greater Boston area. So pay attention to the areas you're associated with, okay? And also think about that when we do searching, okay? Industry. What industry are you in, okay? Summary here. So this is the summary that I had. Remember the first couple of sentences that showed up? We had working only with business owners who want to grow their business, etc. And then the rest of the information I put in here. And of course, the common misspellings. You could even put in there common misspellings for your own business, okay, name, if you'd like. Of course, I uploaded from a YouTube channel I have some videos, okay? So basically, that's where you do all that changing. You can come in here also and you can edit your experience. So in here, again, I've got information about this company relationship, which is my business, okay? And my other business, each one is individual, okay? So basically, I have background information here about me, all right? The other thing that you want to get in here is testimonials. So let me just do this for a second. So when a person comes here and looks at this information on you, and I've sent people here when they say to me, "Oh, I'd like to know who you've worked with, some testimonials." You'll see in here I have recommendations from people, okay? And this is where I say, if you'd like to know more about me, you'd like to know who what people have said about me, you'll see the information in here, okay? And you can get a few, but if you get a good number of them, that's good, because now they're going to see all this information coming in about you, and you'll get an overview of what you have done for them. Sometimes they'll put in that little more detail. All right? Okay. So once you've worked on your profile, changed it around, and thought about all the keywords that you want people to target on, now the next thing is, what are we going to do here? One thing before I forget. One of the things that you can do, again, when we talked about the title and you wonder, let me get out of this for a second. You've got in here different titles and information: business coach, business consultant. Think about that. Why would I put those type of pieces of information up there? Think about, for example, you are a sales representative. Okay, so you put in there your title as sales representative. And if I'm going in looking for you as a salesperson, there's the first one, or a sales, what could you be? Sales development. You could have different titles in here. Relationship managers, sales consultant, account executive. Think about different different companies and the different, examples of what they have for names. So you may want to put that in there because when I'm in there looking for you, I may put in something different. I may put in that instead of you as a sales representative, as a salesperson. If you don't have that in there, and you could put it in the common areas, or you could put it in under your name of your business and so forth. I want to be able, you want to be found. So this is all that it's about, attracting people. Okay. So basically, let me bring up. So here's another LinkedIn account, happens to be my wife's. Okay, she's CPA. In fact, quickly take a look at her. She's got F5 accounting across the top. We clean the mess and reduce the stress of running your business. And then we have in here, I am a CPA working with small to medium-sized businesses and nonprofits offering bookkeeping, financial analysis, financial forecasting, and CFO services. I provide you accurate and timely financial information. And that can be changed. You can adjust it. Again, what do we got in here? She's the owner of F5 Accounting, but we've got in here the different services she provides. And she's been an owner inside Business Technologies, and we've got a different software systems that she's been involved with for accounting, as well as some CRM like ACT and so forth. So that information is in here, and she's got also her skills area. So basically, I just wanted to show you that. So we want to do a search, and I want to find people and I'm doing it under her ID. I want to find people who are mortgage lenders because I want to target those people with marketing ideas of how to expand, okay? Well, if I do that, you'll see I've got a whole bunch of different marketing people all over the place. And also, if you take a look, I'm only looking at a few here, okay? It tells me there's 4,723 of them, okay? Well, wait a minute. Right now, I don't want to reach out to somebody in, New Orleans or something. So I can go up here and click a location. And if the location doesn't show up, I can type it in here. So I'm going to type in Boston for my location, the greater Boston area. Click apply. Now I'm going to see people who are involved with mortgages. Here's one, Director of Member Experience at Lenders One. Remember, I'm looking for mortgage lenders. Again, a different title. Area Loan Specialist. Okay, so there are different people in here, and I can connect to them. I can send some emails to them. So there are people I'm looking for. And I got 55 results. Well, wait a minute. Okay, 55. That's good. It give me a good starter. But maybe what I'd like to do is I want to make sure I'm looking at people who are second to people I already know, and I can even make it 3. But if I say apply, I now only get 4. Okay. If I say first, and now remember, these are people that, in this case, Dolores knows. Okay. And I have 4, I still only come up with, that. But if I add third, and remember, I'm looking for people in the Boston area. If my screen comes back, here we go. Now I'm up to 54 again, okay? So basically, it's the number of people you know and you can connect with, you can get some results. Now, I can get these people and start connecting with them and send them emails through LinkedIn. And if I'm going to be doing this heavily, then you probably want to look into a Sales Navigator account, because then you can send more emails and reach out, okay? But let's try this under me. So I have a number of 5,464, but I want to narrow that. Again, I want to go with Boston in this case, okay? And I'm going to apply that. And we're going to say second and third and apply that. So I do have a lot of people I know, and primarily this is all within the Boston area. I guess Portland, Maine is considered part of Boston. Although, wait a minute, we're seeing something a little bit different here. So, my area changed. Let's try it again. Remember, you always have to work with that. There we go, 58 people, okay? Kind of makes sense. And you'll find, too, there are people up here, they never put in their information, but they're in the mortgage lending industry. So basically, here are 58 people that I could target, okay? You can do this with others as well, all right? Again, it's all in a matter of keywords. If I just say mortgage and hit enter, now I've got 26,992, and it's really out of control at this point. Yeah, I'm still looking at supposedly Boston here, but they could be, you know, the owner of the place, and I don't want to talk to him. I want to talk to certain people. Maybe I can narrow this a little bit. And now I'm down to 6,200. And again, that's just because I use the word mortgage. Maybe I want to put in here, let's try one that I just saw, loan officer. $835, okay? So it's all in a matter of the description. But if these people have different keywords in their description or their job area, then you're going to be able to find them easier. And that's what you want to do for yourself. So just so you know, that's how you want to search, okay? Again, if you can get more finite searching if you do move up into a paid account. You can really fine-tune it further. All right. The other area I want to talk about to help you grow your business is when you click on the work area, it goes visit more LinkedIn products. Well, one of the products really is called Groups, okay? So in Groups here, you can see what groups that you're a member of and the activities going on within them. So if I would recommend to you that take a look at Groups, join groups that are related to what you do, but don't, and I mean don't, use it as a sell tactic, okay? What you want to do in here is you want to get yourself known, and you can become basically the guru of the services or products you sell, you provide, but by doing it in a different way, providing information, answering people's questions, going through and checking with them on information. And you don't have to give away the store on giving them advice, but now all of a sudden people will start referring and or getting a hold of you directly. I have seen posts in here that I've received going, you need to talk to Joe Knockhart about a CRM system, okay? So other people know that that's part of the thing I do, besides automating the full marketing and providing all the other background information that they need, landing pages, etc. So the idea is that this is where you want to reach out and find people in groups, okay? And to get into a group, what you want to do here is you can do a search. And when I go into searches, okay, I'm just going to put in here again, mortgage. All right. And I'm going to click the button just to get me in there. Now, you'll see here I have a More button. I'm not interested in companies. I'm not interested in schools. I don't want all. I just want groups. So I'm going to go into groups, and this gives me a list of mortgage groups in here. And now, who do I want to connect with? Okay. So here's one that's a real estate networking group. That would be important because realtors could see that you help people in the mortgage industry, if that's what your specialty is. You'll see others in here you can join. And, you know, basically you'll find that once you join them, and some of them are wide open, you can join, and sometimes those are not the best because everybody and anybody is in there about anything, you know, selling Ginsu knives. Basically, though, here, some of them are, you've got to become a member. You may have to answer a couple of questions. They may check your background. If it is a competitor to you, they will have their own group in here, something you need to think about. You can create your own groups and invite people in, but as the administrator to the group, you can deny a competitor from joining the group, okay? So part of the way of getting people connected with you when you're doing searches like we were doing earlier is send them invites to a mortgage, in this particular case, a mortgage group that you've created. You've got some posts in there about, I don't know, different marketing, automation, coaching, whatever it is that you want to provide, okay? You can have it in there and put that information in. The other thing you can do, and I'm not going to cover this today, but you can do advertising in LinkedIn, okay? And you can target people of different backgrounds, of certain backgrounds. So not everybody inside LinkedIn is getting the ads, okay? So these are just some things for you to take a look at and to review. So again, the biggest thing is starting with your profile. What do you want to put in here? And what do you want people to see when they first get here? Just like a landing page, just like a website. You know, you only have about 9 seconds, if that even, for people to see what you're all about, okay? And is this somebody I might be interested in? So you want them to learn more, okay? So that's the basics of it. And then, of course, you should be looking at it and saying, how do I get to the people I need based on what keywords, what descriptions, so forth. And should I join certain groups that people are members of? They could be, again, I used mortgage, but we could be at some, you know, manufacturing industry, could be distribution industry, maybe in construction, okay? People who distribute parts and so forth, or the people who build homes, all right, or they build commercial buildings. So start thinking about it and writing down where you could target people within this. And, you know, yeah, LinkedIn originally, as I said in the beginning, was kind of a way to find a job and so forth, but you don't have to worry about that here. I mean, you'll always find people want to know if there's any openings at your place, but, you know, but that's a rarity here, okay? Because they're looking for job openings, and if you don't have one, they're not going to be talking to you primarily. That's pretty much what I wanted to cover today about LinkedIn. And if you have some questions, why don't you just put them into the chat and let's see what we can do for you. What I'm going to do is I had one gentleman who asked to, asked me a question earlier, and I said this would be a good thing to cover. I'm going to ask Mike Simard here to come on. Mike, are you there?
I am.
Okay. Mike, why don't you describe to people a little bit about what you do and what you're trying to accomplish on LinkedIn, and what I know you have a little bit of a reluctance of using it, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, I've been, well, first of all, I'm 70 years old, so I'm not real comfortable with social media. So that's a good starting place. And I'm also a senior a management consultant with a small manufacturing business that's my son's business. And we need to have a presence on social media. And I've been kind of using a hands-off approach, but wondered if there was a way that we could avoid, since we manufacture and distribute our product through dealers and distributors, I wanted to be sure to avoid attracting a whole lot of attention from the consumer that they sell to. And so I guess I'm going to have to apologize here, Joe. I wasn't aware there's another meeting going on here, so everybody's filtering in. So I'm going to sign off and
Okay.
have to get back to you at some other time.
All right. Well, let me give you some examples here of things you can do. First of all, your business is in related to construction. I know that, and it's involved. Correct me if I'm wrong, but chimney materials, correct?
Yeah. Again, Joe, I have to leave. We've got.
Okay. All right. But let me give you some ideas here online here. Okay. Okay. Basically, so what we can do is we can do a search for things related to chimney. All right. And you'll notice here that when I first do it, and if my locations are just generally open, I'm going to find people who work at chimney, sweep companies, chimney installation companies, and so forth. And since the business is a distributor, works with distributors in different areas, I can say, well, I'd like to find people in a certain area that, are related to chimney. First of all, I want the United States, and I'm going to add in here, let's see, well, we'll just use Boston for now. And so I want to find people who are listed in LinkedIn, okay? So here are people considered the Boston area, and there are right now a lot of them, but basically I can go through this list and start looking at them, and maybe what I might want to do is put in here chimney, maybe owner, and owner of chimney cap, owner of Up Your Flue chimney sweeps. So these are people who would be in my area of Boston. But then again, if I wanted to do Chicago or some other place, I can do that. And now I have a list of people and I can start connecting with them. Also, the other place that I want to look at here, all right, it's not just people, but groups. And let's get chimney owner out and see if we have chimney groups. So if we take a look at this, here is a chimney group with 207 people. It's as a manufacturer of chimney products, you could see about joining this group and providing advice, and people might turn to you and say, well, I'd like to get some chimney products for to sell with my business. I'm in Chicago, and you've got a distributor in Chicago. You can connect them, okay? So again, it's all a matter of doing a search of what you're looking for. And again, you noticed I put in chimney owner earlier. Like I said, we're not covering it specifically today, but we can do chimney owners in an advertisement. We want to get to those people because obviously they came up and you can tell them about your products and services. And then in this case, maybe direct them to a website page where they could sign up to find a distributor in their area, so on and so forth. So that's how you would do it, but just in general, okay? I hope that helps, and I hope you were able to hear that. And if not, don't worry, I am recording this for everyone, and so I'll put you on a list to get that. Anybody else here have a question? Oh, there is something somebody asked me, and that is, I meant to bring it up, and they said, I understand I can find LinkedIn people through Google. Yes, you can. And I actually in my notes, skipped over that piece as I was going through it. But what I'm going to do is show you something here. I'm going to type in site, www.linkedin.com// and I'm going to, as you can see, it's coming up already. So as I did this as a test, here's mortgage lenders. Now, you'll take a look at this and you'll see here, and I'll make sure you all get, again, a copy of this. And let me make this a little bit bigger. Well, that's not getting bigger, just the screens. So anyways, what we have here is I have mortgage lender and Greater Boston area, okay? I also put a plus in front of those, okay? Because I want to be more specific with Google. If I click enter, it now gives me a result of 1,400 people related to lending. Here's commercial lending. Here's another one, okay? Recommends mortgage bankers, Envoy Mortgage. So now I'm finding a list of people. And if I have, and this is my business, and I'm doing something in the way of reaching out by phone, maybe I have some telemarketers, we can get a list in here. We can do the same with LinkedIn, okay? Yes, there's a lot of work to getting that information, their phone numbers and so forth, but it's available here. It gives you an idea. Have you got people in your area, as an example, okay? Let's try something here. Let's try going back to chimney owner. So I put in chimney owner, and now I'm getting a list of people in the Boston area related to chimneys, okay? And they're all on LinkedIn. So that's where I'm getting my information from. So if you want to be searching, and I like to search and find people, I can do it this way. Yes, you can buy a list and you can, get their phone number and so forth. That's another way. But if you want to connect with people directly, this is a quick way to say, okay, here's John Croteau, and I'm going to look him up on LinkedIn by clicking here, and then I'm going to send him an email through LinkedIn to get him interested. Actually, he's only got one person connected, so he probably doesn't use it very much. But basically, that's going to be a way to connect with people. Let's try this person here. 190 people. He's got a picture, I guess, of himself working on top of a chimney. He's part of Boston Chimney Professionals. He's the owner of that. Here is where I can now look to connect and add a note and send it, okay? So those would be people that I could target, all right? Again, what am I doing? I'm linking them to myself if they're interested, and then telling them about my own group about chimney people and marketing or products and services, and giving them advice on how to protect the top of a chimney, etc. So just kind of an idea of what you can do here. Well, we're getting close to the top of the hour. I just want to make sure, is there anyone else here with a question? If not, then I think we're all set to go for today. If you have interest in learning more about LinkedIn and how it can help you in your business, I'd be happy to talk to you about it, and we could set up a time for a 30-minute free call and just discuss what you're trying to do and how is the best way to approach it. So again, you can reach out to me about that, and I hope today that you came up with some ideas of what you can do and take some action from your notes that you took. So that's it, and I hope to see you next month on my marketing group call. Thank you, everybody.